check this again, make sure this works.
Trying to figure out. Let's see. I think Kristi will want to see herself.
That thing?
That black thing.
Oops, sorry. Pardon me.
This is a struggle, but I
Can I empty this thing and keep it? Yeah, can I empty the trash out of this?
Scare me?
Yeah.
Probably.
Scare me?
Like over here. We will your strength to wait on. I hope no one's able to see this. I have 5 subscribers. I hope nobody watches this live.
Yeah, people want milk.
Alright. You know?
Kristi and me will get on wherever you want us. Yeah, wherever.
Pause.
Yeah, it's really honey, so whatever you got to use, if they just want
And they're just gonna hold them?
yeah, it's just gonna be like true or false or kind of like interactive things.
which one does it look great?
Puppy chow.
Really?
Yes.
It is?
Yep, corn checks.
We got present. Yeah, I think Grace.
I mean, you can see it over there. Well, so they're going to be front right. What kinds of shoes do you think I would want? I feel like that's supposed to fit. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Yeah, maybe, yeah. Okay.
No, it didn't. Yeah, it didn't stay. I guess we could put some more things in there.
Where are the trims? On the couch.
Where's that one? Over right here? Can we
Yeah.
take that down?
Yeah. Do you just want to put that in the office?
Not a problem.
Y'all bring the book. Y'all bring the book. Oh, okay. Yeah, find that little. Yeah, I got a picture of it. There you go.
I'm happy to do that. Yes. That should stay here. About there?
Yeah, wherever it hangs like it's supposed to.
That's generally correct. Oh.
Hey Holly, this is my next machine. So I got the music playing up here, but then when I pause it, the video goes.
So, did you like extend your screen on your like?
So this is all the way. She's here. We're making our way outside.
Oh, okay.
I was like, did I get the time wrong?
It said
I just have this rating in front of it.
so I'm putting that through that.
Yeah.
But right, which is
I think we should make Kristi just make her wait like 10 more minutes.
The way I thought that we were gonna do this live show is not working, so now I'm like
Oh,
frantically
is it
trying to make a different one so I can email it. Wait,
Oh,
that
no.
we couldn't figure
Let
it
me
out.
think.
you want to put on definitely
My phone wouldn't show up.
But it's on your. Okay.
Yeah,
Like, what is
the
exactly
iPhone
on here
is
was
like,
Could you airdrop it or no?
it won't let you save it.
you know, it
It
has
will
to
only
be
play your phone. Yeah, it's really not. It's using another app.
Okay.
Oh, you're on a different slide.
But I think it'd just be fun. I like making Kristi. She likes when things start late.
Oh yeah.
That makes the most sense. That it might be one of these.
Did you say Caleb?
No, I said Kayla.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay.
and I don't know which one it is because
Oh, this is the picture. Oh, is it first?
I put it up there a couple times and it keeps on dropping.
Yes.
What? Well,
Tell me where. Like tell me how high.
Okay.
In comparison to the other side, that's maybe down just a tad.
No, he has.
Down a little bit.
And warning, I couldn't get the stick. Just so you know.
Yeah, you may have to push.
Oh, you got a tack. Smarty pants. So I'm not a lawyer. Figure out stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, she's very resourceful. I've learned that.
Truth. The truth. The McCrays are at McCullough and Alafaya, so they're probably a few more minutes away. But I think it's just them and Taylor.
Taylor's downstairs with Kristi. Keep it comfortable.
Oh, thank God. Somebody to pastoral counsel.
Yeah, he can. Yeah.
Somebody to counsel her. They were like, oh no.
Ever. And if you're gonna hold my or our mom and dad to traditions and get mad at them for not paying for the wedding, we'll figure it out.
Here.
Also, I'm not quite sure. I know this. There's flyers on this. It's just like exactly what you see here. Exactly
Or Chick-fil-A, whatever.
Oh, what the heck?
Yeah. So
Sitting in the
Okay, so do this.
most likely, I think you're not even HDMI. HDMI is on my phone. Like, I think you're on the screen.
Will that do the sound? As long as it does the sound, do the sound.
Wait, is this the video? Or that's not the slide?
That's the bathroom.
Yeah, okay.
It's a little standing size.
It's okay.
Oh.
Here's your little like.
Alright.
What did you control?
Alright, now.
Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Wait, went away. I cannot imagine being a player on Kristi's team. Because I work with her. And I can't imagine if she's Christian, my coach.
We just get a little clip of it.
Okay, I need 4 volunteers. Do you want to distribute?
I'll probably be 2 notes.
I can do whatever.
I'm the least conspicuous person involved.
You want to do
You're good. We're just finishing getting set up. Most beautiful.
Alright, so I need to show you guys where they are.
Caleb, you know how to get like the, not this screen, but like the screen that she had up before. It doesn't look like it's Spotify, but it looks like it's like special.
No.
No. Okay. I don't either. Okay.
I mean, you can minimize that. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that screen.
I tried it. I just used it. Yeah, I know.
What more is it?
There you go.
Is that it? Yeah.
It's shooting.
Yes. Check. 1, 2. 1, 2. We'll have to edit out this whole beginning part.
This takes a while, and then I'll put you on maybe right now. So I think I just find a bit of like double-sided. Yeah. Double-sided. Well, it's better than this fast. So it's like we'll be singing during the front part, and the G's and the O's will be like in front speaker, so through your day that we can like gather around. Maybe put it in the
Hey.
You like walking through there, G?
I do.
I did feel kind of like a celebrity.
Well, it was I had like it. I could see it. Yeah, you could see a little bit crack.
I'm like, yes. I'm ready. I will like
Maybe on the table, because she said her name right here.
Probably.
And here be there.
Oh, Lord. Just take behind that couch.
Sam, do you know okay, can you take a part, but we're gonna try to do it during first and then after we sing
However,
it'll just be like you guys all should look at it. Yes, I'm gonna try it because I'm gonna.
Okay, alright. It's probably not gonna go exactly as envisioned. Probably not. Caleb, how long have you been married? 30 years?
Us? Me and you?
Yeah, about 30 years.
20, but it feels like 30.
Oh, I was like, oh, do you want it?
20 years.
21.
Really quick.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't.
I know.
I'm just like sitting here. Rounding. I'm sitting here imagining I can help with the slideshow, but I couldn't. Okay, I'm gonna imagine it.
I'm fine.
I feel like I should.
Cute.
You know what? I need. I'm sweaty. It's fine.
Party, party, party.
Right? Well, you guys are friends.
Oh, yeah.
What I'm gonna bring my accent.
Yeah, for sure.
What's your email?
Caleb.
Yeah, I had no idea until I was sick.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody only gets to say that. Matt's over. Matt, it's hint.
There should be enough. I bring them all.
I was thinking of don't call me that. So you just take it and you just trace this stuff. I don't know how. No, on the floor.
It hasn't come through yet. I'm sure it will.
This is a discussion group meeting. There's no professors here. There are no people here.
I think everybody gets one. Cool.
Venus doesn't like that song. She's like,
Alright, why don't you take a couple of pictures real quick? You gonna get birthday girl?
Is she coming up?
We'll do that later.
probably should start texting him now.
Perfect.
Wait, you're in my picture.
What?
It's not.
Man.
Thanks, everybody. No, some people sneak up here.
Laura's got these.
Nice, nicely done.
All right, get to it.
Hey, let me say, before we get food, let's just scoot over here real quick and let me get a picture of everybody. Idea.
Oh, yeah.
Just in case.
That is why.
Kristi, Mom said over here.
Oh, picture?
Yeah.
Coming. Photo, everyone. Photo op. Photo op, people.
I know. I mean, that's amazing. Oh, yeah.
Let me get back behind the toilet.
I'm here for you. In the center.
You're in the center.
Yeah,
Center of attention, just like you like this.
we will
Maybe
also
here,
I
maybe here.
think we might need to
I'm gonna stand up. You might have to bend down. No, I'm gonna do it.
There's room to scoot.
Can you see me or should I be thinking I'll kill it?
Right there.
Yeah, okay.
Come on, come on, come on.
Are we all in?
Am I squatting too?
I don't know. Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3, cheese.
Cheese.
I'll do 100.
Yes, it's cheese.
Okay.
Are you
I got
Okay, wait.
I'll sit down? I can't. No, she just said she did it.
Alright.
I don't know.
I did not hear. A little violating. Sorry, it wasn't on purpose.
Jen, you said that everyone.
We're gonna eat right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Grab
Alright, here's some snacks, everybody. Jen, I forgot to notice the thermostat.
Yeah, we heard the like. Somebody has to go first. We have cookies. It's cookies and milk. We'll go cookies and
We'll like sit here. Showing us pictures.
If anybody Oreo truffles,
Very hard. Yeah, I wish I could say. This is running. Sorry, running.
And then
And I think it'll pick up all the volume. It's definitely hearing me right now.
I don't know where people should be.
Anywhere they're at is fine. And I'll just check it once in a while. If I have to, I'll tweak it. Yep. Got it.
Lean Back was a very different song when I was in high school. I respect
I got water already.
I had it in
Remember, I was bringing up the line on That's almost like I remember two things about you. That and you saying
Caleb, they're winning right there. Yeah, do you see that?
Oh, dang. Look at them.
Look at you all.
Look at them little kids.
Buttoned up.
Buttoned up. Sunburned a little bit. That's amazing. Damn. I remember this one. Just a year ago. Wow. Careful, those are pinned up for you. A lot of work.
I love it.
Don't come say hi to the cool people.
Actually, she did.
Would you all record? Would you like to do that?
It's pretty good. Me and Mom did it.
Would you do that kind of thing? Yeah. Are you doing that kind of stuff?
And I've gotten scared.
I think that would be a little more. Maybe that could possible. If I get booked with anything, I start looking at it. I don't know when I started doing that. I got on the one ride at SeaWorld with my kid. That thing moves like this fast.
I am super
Like you can't take it. That was the thing. It's like I'm buckled in and I just have something coming out. I toughed it out. I'm sad. The thing is, I did roller coasters with Grace last year. I could do them, but because it's rain, my inner ear, I just Now, when you guys make your speeches, talk to Samantha. When you guys make your speech, talk to minutes. Okay, he's gonna win 3 points. But for real, I'm gonna record it. So I'm gonna turn it towards you. You might. Oh! Wait, that's all you gotta say. That's all you get. That's enough. How do you need to say it? Samantha, that's not the name. So the 2 rules are God has to tell you to do it and it has to be roasted meat. No, I can't break. I think a roast that God uses is called a review. I don't want. No, it's on like Vegas sermon illustrations. Do you want to guess how many churches have had a pastor that had a table on the stage and then flipped it at some point during sermon all that? At least a million. Youth pastors, all of them. What's that? Oh man. What's that? Yeah, I was trying to make sure I was honest. And then I started getting better. And she started getting sick. Started with the whole fever. Yeah, respiratory. But I've got more than I came into work for 2 days thinking about that's the only thing we do. Yeah, surprisingly, nobody else got it. Tori was sick a few weeks ago, probably with the same virus, and maybe just in our house. And then I was down. I missed most of Easter stuff, other than Easter service. I went to Easter service, but I didn't sing or anything. And then, yeah, thankfully, no one kids got it. Good. Yeah.
Gotta come back behind.
Yeah. Oh. I was like, oh, I've no doubt. I like Kristi hair. No.
I'll let you do it. I think it was so we are going to go out. Sorry, that's she does a good job. Yeah, no, she does. She does. I
And yeah, go get it for sure. Go get it.
It did.
Yeah, I'm just making sure it's running okay. For a great want to make everybody cry. I got 3 points. My third point of my sermon is unbelievable.
Because I just like, I was admiring, you know,
Yeah, we're close to really technical. So she's graduating.
there's the other two things they didn't make it.
Yeah, we're
It's like,
Oh my God.
That'd be good.
I didn't make it, I don't know.
Do you like
I think she will. She won't be here. So I've already told her I'm going to send her a picture. Because I know I'll be here.
She's right there. No, whatever she wants.
Now, her not already rearranged.
I just want everybody to be close.
I know, good close.
Hey, Kristi.
I've got my food. I don't remember yet. I got my food out.
They are. What's the
I'm like, oh yeah, I really miss you, Miles. Like, I've tried to tell her what she wants to hear, but
Yes.
exactly. I don't have to check in and say, hey, I'm thinking about going to
That was a bad meeting.
My mom. I've been there all.
I guess it's I swear, in my house, so there you have it. I'm like, I'm getting into a corn dog in this house. We had corn dogs for 3 weeks in a row. No. You can find a corn dog place when we're out and about sometime in the year. You know, corn dogs. Corn dogs. The other kids talk about they already don't like it. I was like, I had to get off. That's so I'll be honest, that case making and all kinds of stuff, but as you get into it, I feel like you have to, you guys not I can show myself. So, I mean, because he's not here. Oh, yeah.
Way nicer than my we'll see what happens. They have
Every 5 years. Headshot, that's what I know. He was acting? Yeah.
you know, she's probably been
Oh, there it is.
How
old is the house?
So I think that's
Hey, come on.
very different.
I would like to see you talk about that.
And when they're really
More like
Honestly, she is. I was surprised that she was asking you, and I was going to let her do it.
she wants to
So gracious. I don't mind, but I don't know about her.
But yeah,
18.
and this is
Either senior or
But she, I think, yeah, definitely, I think I can see her. I think she's.
Where would she provide so much?
Well, she sees the color.
Oh my God. You're way out of his league. Way out of his league. Come on. So cute. So cute. Which would be weird.
It doesn't work.
It's like this type, but you're like,
Really went up
no, but like that.
She needs to have some more clarity.
Yeah, so I was a little bit thicker, so I was able to let her
So she got some credit.
In that
Taking clear. Using the soft
wait, are you he was 18.
you guys are dating.
It will be very strong or just some you got some of the scholarships.
That makes sense.
But Joshua was that skinny when we got married.
Yeah.
And stayed that way until he turned 30. Like Justin was the person.
I was gonna say, like my brother was trying to
All the gains, all the weight for a while, all the protein shakes, all
She's
the
like,
and then one time was like now.
She has certain.
Now he doesn't do anything but he doesn't.
Yeah. Well, just started to struggle where she is.
Let me check with Josie.
Like keeping it down. Because it's like different. My parents started making it love.
You did
Really, really hard. And nothing is
We would also like to
make sure that because once it starts
Sweet. And then
I can be like that.
Of course not. Can you do it, please?
Right after.
all right.
Doesn't matter. It's different.
Hey everybody, we're gonna all right. Hey everybody, we're gonna circle up in this general area.
This is
I'm the honorary spokesperson.
Sorry.
I have just about 18 minutes. I have a homily, a little sermon I want to give.
That would have been nice to know.
Why didn't they were gonna move? Yeah, shouldn't be. There's both of us on there.
I did one foot at a time.
Huh? It's right here. It's right here. I think I got everybody in it.
You can give everybody a little instruction on that page.
I sit here sometimes.
All right, y'all. Well, so thanks everyone for being here this wonderful festive occasion for Kristi Lee Mars in honor of her 40 years of joy bringing in the world. Yeah, right? Come on, everybody put your hands together. Come on. All right, so we're gonna do have a variety of festivities. I know this evening, and I'm gonna act like I know what's gonna happen. Whenever I'm gonna say something, I'm pretending I know what's next. But I do know that we have a little slideshow that we're gonna watch first, I believe, and then maybe a little birthday singing.
Yes.
Post that.
You want to give
Okay?
everybody like a little about this?
Yes. Yes. Oh yes, yes. So
I love it.
like I was planning.
I like it. Do about that.
So here's the plan. We're gonna watch the slideshow. It's gonna be wonderful. We're gonna be rocked to joy and tears.
Oh, it's gonna be gripping.
We're gonna sing happy birthday with our best singing voices. Who wants to do harmonies? Just kidding. Okay, all right. Harmonies are there. All right, good. All right. And then after that, when we go into the time, after that we'll kind of gather around and have time to share your roast and your toast time. All right. So just heads up on that. Like that's just general categories. All right. No pressure. Like you don't have to say it like a roast. You don't say boom roasted at the end. All right. But just opportunity to just celebrate Kristi both in two ways she loves. Right, through things that have brought us joy or laughter or pain from her. And then things that celebrate just who she is and her influence in all of our lives. So yeah, that's the plan. And I've never talked this much without praying at the end. But we're gonna watch the slideshow. I don't know how to do that. Amen. Amen. exactly
face.
right.
That's identical
That's
to my face now.
Glad some of these are only 1 second on.
No, we're going back.
This is so much.
Yeah, the second time we're gonna pause.
Yeah.
Okay, pretty good form.
Oh boy.
Oh, wow.
Look at that.
There's a few stories in there. Guns.
Dang. Tennessee. Tennessee.
Oh, what?
Wow. That's pretty incredible.
That's so
Oh, wow. Go higher.
Is there anything we can reenact that today?
Nice pudding.
Oh, that's fun.
Nice t-shirt.
Oh my gosh. I want all that pie for just myself. I did share a piece with you though.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Now I know how much I could have had.
Does it read me or there?
Nope.
No, these are all different.
Oh,
These are
sorry.
all.
I was there.
The arrow.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's so
We're gonna think it's dog
Okay, whatever.
Sled dog is when you're pulling the dog.
I'm shocked to wear my word. Kristi doesn't do animals with you.
That's right.
Alright.
Oh, that was awesome. Really?
That was great. Are we ready?
Yes,
You got the lighter ready?
Oh boy.
Are we taking English, Spanish?
We're gonna go. Let's sing in English first.
Spanish.
Happy birthday. Wait. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Wait, we gotta do the festive ones.
Yes.
Festive.
Whoa.
Festives.
Hey.
Okay, nice. Fireworks. That's right.
That's awesome.
I'm so upset now. I got a really great picture, but.
I feel like we're gonna have to do this in advance for student birthdays.
It's probably the best
Yeah,
ever.
That is awesome.
But can you eat that stuff? Whatever's free out of
She's
there?
fine.
Yeah,
She's fine.
Actually, you can hold it. That does not look good.
It doesn't have to be perfect if I get to my birthday.
All right. And now,
I got something in my eyeball.
What is it?
That's not
All right, everybody, we got one more little technological presentation. So please,
one more.
sled dogging video.
This is.
with dogs.
Do you want to give it a little precursor?
This is a video,
Okay.
and it is about Kristi by those who love Kristi.
Yes.
Is that good?
Don't let it bring you to tears, but it is.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, guys. I want to yell. Okay.
So this is a little video that Kristi's team made
Yes.
impersonating her as a coach. This is Kristi.
Everything is unfortunately very
Kicking
accurate.
it out. I don't want you shooting today. Kicking it out. Do not shoot. Savannah. Oh my God. There's too many X's on this team. Savannah. I just want you to catch it, okay? Do not drop the ball. Please just do not. Don't drop the ball, okay? Simona, you know what to do. Alright, now Sonia, I want you to shoot this three. And you know your shot might not be on tonight, but it's okay. Alright, it's okay. Gabby,
Drop the markers all the time.
move your feet on offense, move your feet on defense. Alright, I think. Okay, our main goal tonight is to box out. You've got to box out. They keep getting your offensive rebounds, and you are just letting them. I mean, how many points have they scored on our offensive rebounds? You've got to box out. You've got to move your feet. Gabby and Savannah, you've got to move your feet. Okay, like, girl, what is wrong with you, girl? And Sonia, stop trying to hold everything in. Just stop. Okay, Simona, you're just crazy.
She was the best player.
It's simple. You clap and
I did not say that.
Well, I don't know.
We don't know. We're just taking that
Right.
word. Danielle, don't dribble. Don't shoot.
Dang.
That's it. You know what? Just rebound and that's it. Run up and down the court. Don't do anything. Don't even touch the ball. Just that's messed up.
Wait, that's about her.
Sorry, it's been great. Okay, well, box out, move your feet, and have your game. Alright, bring it in. Alright, ready? Okay, this second half, you need to come up. What are you doing? What's wrong with you? Why are you eating bananas? It's halftime. You don't eat bananas during halftime.
You don't. That's true. You don't eat bananas during that time.
Okay, we get
You
it.
got 5 minutes.
We get it. Love it, baby.
I'm not fighting
You guys, it's 11:45. We need to leave at 12 o'clock. Where's Marina? Can someone call her? Lisa, can you call her? Can someone call her? Marina!
Sorry, I was getting this stuff.
Thank you for bringing this stuff.
This is enough roasting.
Get it going.
You're so uncomfortable right now. Do not argue.
It's only because I don't know how much do things you actually.
You gotta
All of
keep
it.
jumping.
About 85%
People
of
are
it.
gonna score on your legs. I just told you.
I need a t-shirt. I need a t-shirt.
Savannah, I told you to sprint.
I didn't.
These French fries. I know. Are they eating? Yeah, they did. There you go. Alright, you guys, let's go. Alright. Listen, some teachers have been telling me that you guys are looking a little bigger and a lot slower. Come on,
Oh, we're not here.
And that, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to, I mean, you're fat. I'm just okay, so if we can, no more fries. If I see you eating fries again, eat it done. Okay? You will run, okay? No more fries. No more Chick-fil-A bags. If I see Chick-fil-A, oh my gosh. Okay, listen, you guys.
Push up.
Cheesecake. Let's go. This is so, No.
That's a true story. obviously the skills are not quite there.
What's her name? What's her name?
Oh my God.
Simona, yeah. Simona, she's good, yeah.
I love it. I love it. Really? Kristi, this is you?
You're probably outside.
Impact on the lives of
Changing
those
their
children.
lives forever.
And clearly they were very happy.
Oh, that's
They spent a lot of hours on that. They
They
did.
really did.
They
It's a
did.
big deal.
And it brings me joy every time it pops back up.
So what was the cheesecake situation?
Okay, well, the truth is, practice was about getting ready to start, and I don't know, they're probably doing push-ups because of, missed rebounds, not doing what they're supposed to do.
They deserve it. They deserve it. Not moving their feet.
And across the hall, they just had a random, unusual teacher-like appreciation day. So I was like, yeah, I'm about to go get food. So I went and got all my dessert, and I came out while they were doing push-ups, and I was like, get your butt down. What? Like, that is a terrible push-up while I'm like eating my dessert. So it was.
Was this the same day as the fries?
Amazing.
That was a good day. That was a good day.
Hey, Coach got to eat soon, so
Well, we're gonna take some time now, and we're gonna take.
transition.
Yeah, we're gonna shift gears a little bit, and so we're gonna give a chance for some people to share a little bit, and then maybe take a break if you into it, so you can get some more snacks, and then some more people share. So, but yeah, do you want to?
I'll start us out.
Get us going. Sweet.
Yes. Do we have to stand?
No.
Is that a
No.
prerequisite?
Oh, by the way,
You should be comfortable.
this is recording you. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't get
It's-
consent.
Yeah, just general. Don't worry, it's just for Kristi for future, just in case you say anything really good, so she can revisit it. But yeah, so just know that. So if you can,
So can
just don't whisper.
Just face the camera.
Just
Yeah,
don't
can't-
whisper. No,
don't
you can talk to
whisper.
Kristi.
Can it see whoever's talking?
Yeah, it'll know who's
Yes.
talking.
I apologize for
Plus, I got
Your
the Zoom. I can
birthday-
zoom in on
the
you. and
happy
everything I want.
birthday song that I was standing in front of the camera.
Her backside was in front of me.
All in front of the camera. So really you're not. It's in advance. But yeah, I'll get started off. I was just gonna read the letter that I wrote for you. Because I like to start off very loving before I get to
Before you roast.
all the things.
Toast and then roast.
All the things. I'll just read it. It says, "Hello, 40. Welcome to the other side. You're finally mature."
Let's not push.
Okay. I've been mature for 2 years now, so I know much more than you. Let me spring some of my wisdom on you. Nothing's predictable, especially life. And don't ever say, "I can't," or "I would never," because you know how that goes. You will eat those words for sure. On a real note, I'm so thankful for you. You've been a blessing to my life. I think of the time when we were at Cross Hall and having that phone call with you when I was at my house before I moved, and I really was excited to be moving because the person on the other end of the phone sounded pretty awesome. And I was excited to make that transition, which was the first big leap out of state that I'd ever done, in my entire life. And so from the moment we connected together, it was one of the best moments that I had at the Cross Hall. I couldn't have asked for a better roommate.
You the only one.
Uh,
Kayla's gonna roast it. I'm gonna let her just
yeah,
roast
you know
all
what?
after
But
her.
it's different. Sisters
I
and
was her
then
next
friends
roommate.
meeting.
She just said I can't ask for a better roommate.
I could not have
I was
asked
your
for
next
a
roommate.
better roommate in this lifetime. In
That
this
wasn't
lifetime.
That wasn't
In this lifetime. Just kidding. No, I couldn't have asked for a better roommate.
for school. I mean, it was, you were the perfect person, and I'm so thankful for that. And I would dream about, even when we had those times of prayer together, of worship, which were so sweet, and I didn't even realize how sweet they were when we had them, initiated by you. I'm so thankful for that. And then moving, and then praying to God that somehow our paths would cross. I had a dream about it. I just want to say that. Years ago, I had a dream that our paths would cross again, and that we would be connected somehow. And so I'm so grateful that you are still part of my life. And I appreciate that, even though I have, my world is not in Emmaus. It's so connected, but it's not in Emmaus, that you still ask me how I'm doing. You still reach out to me. And that means a lot, because sometimes I can kind of get caught up in my world. I'm really, really grateful for you, and yeah, just the encouragement that you are to my life, and the joy that you bring. And to be honest, when we were at Cross Hall, I really did think she is the blackest white girl I've ever seen.
And you had not met Kate.
Not at all. But like, being able to
So,
go to
yeah,
y'all's house
there was
for
no
the first
competition.
time, and then just see Kristi's life and who she was taking it with, I was like, this is like, my mind is like, but those are all sweet, really good, sweet memories, and I'm really appreciative of that. So yeah, can I keep going?
You can go as long as you want.
Oh,
Only if there's at least one more roast. So.
it's a roast.
Okay. You can do one
Okay,
more.
one of my favorite things, I think it was when Samantha was at the house, you were doing your keto diet. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. The amount of bacon, I don't know what food pyramid, but I will have to say, watching you make bacon and then seeing those chocolate keto bars is like your substance of food. It really changed the way I view things. That's it. I'm done. We've left the last thing.
Hilarious. Bacon is the best part of the keto diet for sure.
There you go.
It can't be the only part.
But it's our favorite thing on the keto diet. Anyways, so I love you.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
So we'll just kind
Anybody
of
else?
open up the floor. Yeah. Anybody, whoever would like to popcorn it around here. It could be. It doesn't have to be both toast and roast.
No pressure. You
Anything
just have
that
to
you
say
wanna share.
something.
Yeah, no, it's
But I
true.
preface it with no pressure. That
Which
feels
means there's not any pressure.
It's like, no,
Don't y'all feel relieved
respectfully
knowing that?
speak, respect.
With all due respect.
With all due respect.
Could be nice.
Not to be rude. I'm stubborn. I'm not going next.
Morgan's already doing her thing, so.
Yep. And I will continue.
It's almost like she's facing the wall. It's not gonna work.
I think Kristi's food habits are a favorite thing to roast at Emmaus. Whether it's the bacon diet, which I'm not convinced there was anything else to that. That's all I ever saw. Whether it's her heating up food in the car technique.
I'm sorry, what? She uses her car as a microwave. That's my favorite. I do too.
Microwave.
This is a family thing. We're all still alive.
By the grace of God.
9 a.m. lunches. 4 o'clock dinners. The food has always been the funniest part. I'll just keep it at a roast for now. I'll come back with the toast.
Oh man. I haven't heated up any food in my car in a little bit. We have a microwave now. See, that was the thing. We didn't have an office, so thank you, Caroline, for giving us an office with a microwave.
Y'all saved
We were in places where there was no microwave, so I'm
I
like,
mean, she does microwave in the styrofoam still.
I was
though,
just
but
gonna say.
I try to do better. I try.
I don't really mind. to me, I was like, well, I thought it was brilliant. When I first heard it, I thought, this is brilliant. And then I heard everyone roasting her. I just joined them.
That's a bad idea.
That's so weird. Why would you do that?
Small roast was when we were getting ready to go to Portland this past fall.
A
And
limited period of time in a
such
beautiful
a
place.
small, like we had a couple days, we were going for a conference. We had like 2 days, like not even, like maybe an afternoon or something that we're gonna be able to like explore nature and stuff like that. And then Kristi texts us, like our group, like a couple weeks before, and was like, just so you guys know, like Bama is playing at 5 p.m. Oh yeah. I don't know what your guys' plans are, but like you can drop me off at the hotel or at a sports bar or like anywhere.
Oh yeah,
I can
for
Uber.
sure.
I can Uber back from the hotel, but just want you to know at 5 p.m. on that day, I'm not in the room. And we were like, you're in another a beautiful place, a mountain, like, what do you mean? You're watching Bama at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. Yep. True. I did not conceptualize.
I did go a few days early so that I could, enjoy more and watch the Alabama games. Yep. Poor Jen.
That's not idolatry, though.
Yeah, it's not
It's
quite.
fine.
It's not there yet.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to read what I wrote in her book. It said, sometime around Christmas, this thought struck me that you are one of, or maybe actually the most influential people in my life. How funny that it all started when you said I was as shallow as a mud puddle. What happened when I was younger? It was a joke, but I did say it. It wasn't a joke. Mom was trying to get us all to pray together and talk about something, and I was like, not doing it, not praying, not talking about anything in front of anybody. And then it changed. Growing up, when people would call me Little Kristi, I just loved it because I thought you were so cool. I wanted to be just like you and your cool friends. And then you went to college, and I remember the first time I came to visit and met Toy and Caleb and ate good food in your cafeteria and listened to you talk about your friendship with your RA. Again, I thought it was all so cool, and I wanted what you had. When I went to college, I tried to recreate it, but I didn't have near as cool of a roommate or RA. But I did get to create the worshipful atmosphere you had with Caleb and Toya with a few of my friends, and that not only shaped me, but them also. When I think about the things that have significantly shaped my journey, almost all of them are in some way connected to you. Through sending me books, podcasts, sermons, and songs, you have profoundly shaped my deepest beliefs. The times we've gotten to worship together and share what we are journaling about or what we are reading in Scripture will forever be some of my most treasured memories. Living with you in Nashville was not only special because you are some kind of roommate.
I have a little bit of different views about living with me. We'll let Jen decide.
But also because you were with me in what I'll always think of as some of my highest highs and lowest lows. In my lowest times, you've always been a steady presence. I honestly don't remember you ever saying very much, but your presence mattered. And then I left Nashville, and our times of worship and reflection together got fewer and farther between, but your influence remained vital. I pretty much call you every time I or a friend of mine has a question about Scripture or how to live in light of Scripture. You are a wealth of knowledge along with a heartfelt passion to practice what you preach. I feel like I rarely let you know just how deeply you challenge me, probably because we never get to have follow-up conversations because of kids. But I feel so deeply grateful and blessed to have you as my sister. It wasn't until I was writing this that I realized something I pray for my kids is something I get to experience with you. I pray that they would love each other deeply, spur each other on in their walks with Christ, and that they would be each other's biggest advocate. What a blessing to have that model for them. I love you and I'm so deeply grateful God gave you me.
Different twist.
She was a special kind of roommate. One of my stories is that, I don't know if she does this at your house, but she drinks her water bottles. Well, the tops would just be everywhere, all over the house. She would never put them in the trash can. They're just tops everywhere. And so one day I gathered them all up. This was over probably a week or so, and I put them all in her bed. Very fine, but she got in bed.
That's why I have a water bottle now with no top.
Yeah, that's good.
To prevent that.
She
I learned safe, yeah.
There you go.
Very capable.
Oh, she'll have more, I'm sure.
More will come, I'm sure.
We had quite a few last night when
got it from the airport.
That's true. And they were roasting me last night. They started. No, poor Jen. This whole week she was like, "Oh, I can talk about that. I can talk about that." Like every time I would do something like that.
To this day, Kristi's the only person that slapped me on the face.
I don't even remember saying that. That's so true.
I'm so concerned about this. Are we going to resolve this right now?
Kristi had to take me to school, and I was mouthing off at her about something, and she just wound up and smacked me across the face, and I was like, and I think I didn't say anything.
And I bet that
It
was
worked.
probably deserved.
I'm glad we worked that out.
That's all right. Well, I can read mine. What's that?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. We're just picturing with our girls what would happen if our oldest if Julie slapped Grace. There would be bruises and blood everywhere. All right, I'll read mine. I'll read it and maybe add in some extra roast if needed.
Poor Caleb. He's been putting up with
A long time.
things for 20 years.
When I showed up at Lee University, I had many hopes and expectations, especially regarding the people who would most impact my life. I anticipated my understanding of God to be challenged and to grow deeply. I expected that my view of church and my vision for ministry would be radically shaped. Ultimately, I expected my time at Lee University to have a lifelong transformational impact upon my journey with God and my life in ministry, and it did. But the surprising thing is where that impact has most come from, because I don't talk to any of my professors for that for sure. But it didn't come from professors or campus pastors or mentors. Instead, it came from the southern truck-driving, fierce, slightly over-opinionated roommate of LaToya, who my wife endearingly started to refer to as She Black. That's a tremendous compliment coming from her.
Ain't all fun.
I think that's the first time I ever heard you say that about
I was
white
kidding.
girl was.
It was a joke, people.
It's a repeated theme, so now it's a thing.
Yeah, and actually, I don't think I wrote this down. One of my first experience with Kristi was her telling me how to drive. We were driving to Milan, and I was trying to pass someone, and I didn't immediately get over back in the right lane. And she goes, "Do you usually drive in the left lane? You just kind of drive along in the left lane?"
I feel like I hear that. Yes. Yes.
It was so passive aggressive. Yeah, do you
You're already
usually?
like my brother.
Do you always drive down the left lane?
And that was her being subtle.
And she's telling me how to drive her. All right. Yeah. All right, but I can honestly say that the greatest impact of my time at Lee University is that I met Kristi Marsh, aka K Marsh 34. We were at Lee together when we turned 20, and now we are all at Emmaus as we turn 40. And for the last 20 years, you have deeply impacted my life and my view of God and ministry. So much of what I've learned has started with a question you asked, and so much of my spiritual practices have been initiated by a challenge you posed. I didn't always like either of them, just to be honest. I actually remember one time we visited you in Nashville, and Toya crashes out, and then I think you had about 400 questions that we tried to process, and I remember like barely able to see straight. And you're like, "But what about this? And what about this? And what about this?" I'm like, I don't want to try to figure that out. But we did. Or we tried. We tried to figure it out. But yeah, God has used you to be a way of rescuing me from a shallow faith and a stagnant spiritual life, and I'll forever be grateful. There is no doubt that your name is on several of the landmarks of my own journey with the Lord. And you've been one of the most influential people at multiple seasons of my development and my walk with Jesus. And I was thinking about this today, that it's like you were built. We were talking about me and your mom about like you just go, right? I mean, you don't have any, you just go. But it's like you're built to influence people, just automated. Along with being a life-changing impact in all of those ways, you have also revealed yourself to be one of the most fiercely loyal people that LaToya and I have ever met. When many friends faded away, you remained, and you have relentlessly invested in this friendship, which has truly become family. You are the sister I didn't know I wanted. I mean needed. A steadfast friend to LaToya, a caretaker of her soul's well-being, and a cultivator of deep relationship with us both. I know you often speak well of me as a leader, but truly, your loyalty alongside your zeal, tenacity, and faithfulness has made you one of the more influential leaders in my own life as well. You know what? Toya and I voted, and we decided we can plan on celebrating 60 together as well. And I know you're in a boundary season as the Lord stirs your heart, cultivates vision, refines you, and is moving of you in whatever season He has ahead. And I can't say I know all that is ahead of you, but to me, the best predictor of what is ahead is what is behind you. So here's my non-prophetic prediction. Your years ahead will be marked by discovery of deep waters of communion with God, by developing intentional communities of life-transforming discipleship, by rich friendships of mutual encouragement with people who share your passions and vision, and by many people's lives being marked by the presence of Kristi Marsh in their life. When people spend a year around you, they remember it forever, and the fruit is lasting. Keep asking questions. Keep presenting the challenges, but to others, please, more often. Keep living out your relationship with God with such zeal. We're all better for it. Yours is a life worth imitating, my friend. Amen.
Oh, amen.
And as I was reading, I realized I wordy, and that was a long one. I worry.
What's happening to our grammar? I don't know.
Wordy I be.
I spread some of my questions to Jacob and Taylor too, so
I know.
you can thank them.
It is
maybe.
very nice. It's very nice. Maybe a couple more, and then we'll take a break and grab some snacks if you want.
I can tell y'all a few little stories about Kristi.
Please. Oh, please.
Her young days. She kept me up all night when she was born. I went into labor at 10:30 and she was born at 4:30. But she was my best sleeper. So we got her home and she slept pretty much through the night, and that was nice. She was very smart, talked early, that kind of thing. And I remember her grandmother, Stephen's mother, telling her two daughters, y'all just need to get ready, because when you have kids, you're not going to have one as smart as Kristi. They didn't like that too much, and I think they wanted to prove that theirs were after they had them. As they didn't have all the games that adults play. They had just the little rides for kids, and they were free. And so you just went and got your pizza and ate, and then the kids could just ride all those, horses and stuff for free. And anyway, I guess I was there with just her before the other people got. I can't remember the details. Get the pizza, and I came back. Kristi was crying her eyes out because the curtains had opened and that big gorilla was singing. You know how they do that. I said, "Oh no, I can't believe I did that." But I recovered. Anyway, but
That's why she doesn't like animals with fur.
That was it. Your marker forever.
But one of the funny things, she was always, she was first born, and she was always pretty responsible and pretty good. When she was in 3rd grade, I got a call from one of her teachers.
Y'all getting all trying to slap my sister.
You told your baby to be shallow as a mud pond.
Y'all getting all the good.
This was, she had her homeroom teacher, and then this other teacher was her math teacher, I think, or whatever. And she said, I picked up the phone. She said, "This is Miss Sorrell." I said, "Okay." She said, "Kristi needs to tell you something." Oh dear. And Kristi got the phone. She had stolen somebody's homework because she had forgotten to do hers. And of course,
She does that here.
As the firstborn, she was like, I can't let my parents find out I didn't do my homework. So I called Stephen. I said, "What are we going to do? We're raising a monster. A criminal." She's a problem solver. And of course, Kristi did have to steal the paper of the teacher's pet. The other, probably the smartest girl.
Well, yeah, she knew where to get it.
I just say, wish I knew this as my grader, that I could still
I was so thankful when I went and saw her regular teacher, because she was so sweet. She said, "You need to do something. I mean, that's not a good thing, but Kristi's a good student, and you don't need to worry about that." So that made me feel better.
She turned out all right.
And then you were talking about her being passionate about basketball. She was always, when she played, she was always passionate about what she believed the coach.
Wait, what?
Surprise, surprise.
That makes sense. It was frustrating to Janice Gordon and to Kim Northcutt. And I remember one time she told me, this was in high school, and the coach called the plays by states, and he said, get in there, we're going to do Texas. Kristi said, Texas ain't working, coach. What else can we do? That's right. So anyway, those are some of the fun things.
That's surprising at all. That's amazing.
But,
Texas ain't working. I'm not running that play again. Makes me look bad.
She did end up apologizing to him later after she became a coach and said, now I kind of see what I was like to you. But Kristi, when she was 12, we lost my mother in a car accident. And my mother was by far the quintessential grandmother that everybody should have. She was fun, she was outgoing, she loved them like everything. And so Kristi lost her. And then the next year she lost her dad. And I didn't think as much about it maybe then as I have thinking over it through the years, but where a lot of people, adults included, would be like, why did God do this? I can't trust him. But I mean, that's when she really turned and just clung to God like he was her lifeline. And I can remember she had a marker board in her room, and up in the corner it said, Dad is watching. And she always wanted to make her dad proud. And she, from there, she went on through high school, and she was never afraid to be different. She was never afraid to share her faith. And that has touched a lot of people that we didn't even know about. Reading the book that Kelly did for her, I was just like, wow. I mean, I knew she was special, but wow. I just was amazed. And, truly, if y'all want to know what her dad was like, that's it right there. He was full of passion and full of drive, and always knew he could do something better. And very caring of people. I always loved people much more than I did, but he helped me love more. I did write in her book, but I was, but anyway, yeah. And I know what I was going to say. When you first said something about her coming here, she was doing the strategic future, and she's like, I'm going to go to Florida. I'm not going to be there.
I remember that.
And I knew in my spirit that this was where God was sending her. And so as things continued, she ended up coming here, and it has been such a blessing to me because y'all have been the community she's always needed. She's grown in ways that I prayed for years, especially after we left the Church of Christ and went to the Assembly of God. And she loved it, and all my kids, we all did, because there was a passion there that we had never experienced. And I'd been in Churches of Christ all my life, and some were better than others. But then things got a little, this is a little wild, and this is a little wild, and she began to pull away from that a bit. And I have seen her grow in that, and I just thank all of you that have had an impact on her, because it's been just amazing to see. And I'm glad that she's here, even though I still miss her really bad. I wish she was where I could get to her in 2 hours, but only if I fly, and that's not even in 2 hours. But I do appreciate y'all so much.
Now we're going to sing one of our spirit-filled songs. Practice today is
Morgan, what was that?
I'm just
kidding,
watching what's going on with YouTube.
So before we could take a quick little break and grab some snacks in a minute here. But I've been here for years, and we've been doing stuff the same way for a long time. And we had all this information that had been passed on from one Emmaus year to the next, and somebody had taught it once, and then the next person just kind of picked it up and just passed that baton. And Kristi got here, and she started finding out a bunch of stuff was a little bit wrong. That fact is a little bit off. Wait, Philippi's not that big. This. And I was like, oh my gosh, every book you're almost afraid to have her teach it. Because she's going to find out that some of the inherited knowledge is slightly off, and it was a bit bothersome. But I was thinking about that with James, because James talks about the idea of the test proves the genuineness. And to your point about where your faith kind of grew up, like right in the midst of suffering and loss, is I think that's one of the things that I'm sure everybody can appreciate about you. But I know at Emmaus, that one of the influences you brought is a genuineness of your faith. Like it's just, you tested. It's not a faith that's not been questioned, Lord knows. It's not a faith that hasn't had doubts and all kinds of that, right? And you just have been very faithful, just test and test. Sometimes you test all of us and
Patience.
test our patience. But no, like you just have produced something, I think, out of Emmaus and probably in all of us that's more genuine because of the kind of faith that you live yourself. But I'll give a chance if anybody else wants to chime in before, otherwise you can go with some more snacks and then Jenna, make sure I'm on track.
Well, I was going to say, how many, is there, because we might just want to go ahead and just
Yeah.
finish up the...
Yeah. Let's do it.
So if anybody else, I have one sure, but you're not forced. I'll read my book. But obviously, we have one more thing after this, and then we want to pray for you at the end. So this will be the last little, like, affirmations time. So thank you for putting me way out of my comfort zone. I wrote a significantly funnier intro, and then I just deleted it because I wrote this 12 times. But what I wanted to say in the beginning was, thank you for picking a party that's completely out of my comfort zone. Speaking in front of people, and I was gonna try to write like a song, because I'd rather sing.
Singing, yeah.
Really, I can sing anything, but speaking. So I'm gonna read mine, and I never read it out loud yet. So let's see how this goes. And I also Googled how to do this. So.
A lot of effort.
How to do a roast? I can do a toast. I don't know.
I know, Jen's too sweet to roast.
Okay.
We'll see.
Kristi, I think this is the fourth thing that I've written for your 40th birthday. So let me begin with something, setting the bar very low, because it's probably not going to turn out so good. But I think back to almost 3 years ago when I first met you, and I can think of one distinct label. You are a chaser. You chase after Jesus. You chase after alligators. The truth, good weather, good food, and even people. And I know this because I've been someone that you chase down. Not only as a friend, but just at the end of narrative, just to exchange phone numbers. But in friendship, you've also been a faithful chaser. I have to say, I'm better off for the fierce pursuit that you pursued in a friendship. And little did I know that your pursuit at the moment would produce a best friend, roommate, and landlord. As a best friend, you've reminded me of my identity in Christ, and even when I feel like I'm doubting it. As a roommate, you've reminded me of the quality that there can be found in community. And as a landlord, you frequently reminded me how important it is to keep the carpets clean. How you have bougie feet, and apparently I have country feet.
That's true. That was a good one, Jen.
During COVID, we traded sports. I tried to teach you how to play tennis, and you got mad every time I beat you, or you hit the ball out.
I just got mad because I couldn't keep the ball in the court.
Yeah. Well, that's called learning. And then you tried to teach me how to play basketball, and I decided I'd rather rebound for you. And I still don't really like basketball, especially watching it. But I have grown to love watching football, but it's mostly because the snacks. You truly are a friend I prayed for years ago before I met you. Thank you for inviting me into your life and being an easy, fun, deep friend. Being a part of your inner circle is a significant gift to me. And if there's anything, I'm just grateful to have a friend to play in the snow with.
Good, Denise.
Extra credits. I think it was the first time. I don't remember the first time we got coffee, lunch, or something. We didn't get food. We just met up at Oviedo in the Park and sat and chatted, and we chatted so long it was through dinner, and it was maybe like 8 o'clock or something, and you finally were like, I'm really hungry.
And I was like, I got you. And then I was
That
like,
is a sacrifice.
I was like, what we were talking about, but that spoke like really. I was like, wow, she missed dinner for
That's a,
come to
that's a big one.
That's a rare case.
We have learned that when we travel, we have to make sure, you know,
everything around
Kayla and Kelly and I would just grab a bag of chips, we'd grab an ice cream cone, you know, it's just like, let's go see things. Kristi's like, whenever you eat. I don't want this bag of chips, I want a real meal.
And we're eating at 11.
Oh yeah.
10:45. Yes.
We learned the definition of hangry from
That's true. It's very important to know that a meal is coming, at least in like a 2-hour window of dinner time. It's very important.
On days when you haven't eaten lunch by a certain amount of time, I pop my head in and I'm like, are you
Okay.
what's happening in here?
Right.
Because you know it's 11:30, right?
Totally.
I'll say one other story that was probably, I think it's the most scared I've ever been, was when, for my birthday, I wanted to go on a very long kayaking, 8 miles, I think, down the, like, you know, there's a beautiful side of the Ohio
I was already
River.
sacrificing love for this.
And I thought it was going to be great, because alligators is like, your love or whatever.
Yeah.
And,
The day we talked to.
well,
Yes.
nobody.
Just us and the gators.
And not only
She's gonna die though.
I think that's probably what we both were like so afraid, because there was 2 large alligators coming towards us, and they were definitely 8 to 10 feet. You know, I don't know, by the measure of your head, you're supposed to be able to tell or whatever. So I genuinely was trying to play it cool, like a real Floridian would.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think we need to call my dad, because I don't know what to do right now. I pulled out my phone and I was like, there's no signal. There's no signal.
come on.
So I played it cool, and she was in the front, and so we just.
Yeah, she played it cool while I was in the front and started paddling towards them, and I was like, what are you doing? That was the first, I think, hopefully the last time I ever yelled at Jen. But
If anybody wants to hear that, I
I accidentally sent it to Dana.
It's in a live.
It was an accident.
A live photo. So if you push on it, you can hear. I was like, what is happening? Yeah, if you ever get a live photo with Kristi in it, please hold it down, because there's always something behind it.
We have debated whether Chris is more likely to die of like salmonella from or alligator attack.
Yeah.
And either way, I'm gonna be so embarrassed.
But yeah, those 2 to 3 minutes where well, the only thing I had remembered was they said the gators measure you by their size, so to stay close-ish to it and show some until it goes under, and then you're good.
You scream. You just scream.
What do you do?
Well,
You scream at the top of your lungs.
we just slided behind him about maybe 4 or 5 feet.
I feel like
Yeah.
we went hiking and there was an alligator and I wasn't okay with it, but it was a tiny one and I was like crying. And Kristi was like, no, this is okay. And I'm like, but it's not. Like, how do I make sure that alligator does not come to me?
I appreciate it. Well, because she knows. 'Cause she
8
was
to
just
10
big on the gin and it didn't
Yeah,
even,
I can
so.
remember that.
Yeah, we went on the right spot. We went the extra like 6 miles. I don't recommend that.
I was pregnant. You guys said you weren't taking me that far.
God,
That's
this is a
the
pregnant woman out with
first
the
time I was
gator.
I was 8 months pregnant.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had those pictures and I was like, who authorized this?
We all know she's got high blood pressure.
That was so good.
And she was in the kayak with Kristi. Kristi actually doesn't like outdoor exercise.
Oh,
So Kristi made the pregnant lady. I also have pictures of that.
Well, a couple more. If you have something you want to share, I know some people wrote things as well, so you
I'll
don't
just
have to.
share what I'll share what I wrote in the days. It's funny, I can roast Kristi all day long. But once I write it down, it's like, wow, it's really hard. Kristi Lee Marsh, where to begin? There are a select few people that I think God uses in each of our lives in an incredibly impactful way. For me, you are one of those people. Having you as my one-on-one, my student year, and then having you as both a great friend and coworker has been an enormous blessing these past 3 years. You are a beautiful and rare combination of drive, intentionality, compassion, grace, and fire. You have a beautiful heart for the Lord, a heart after God's own heart, and your deep devotion to God is shown not only through your deep walk with Him, but also through how you are leading others, including myself, to a deeper walk with Him. You are constant encouragement and inspiration, whether you are acting as friend, mentor, coach, or agent. So I would say, Kristi, now for some of us, we now call her our agent because as soon as you are done teaching, like you can still be at the podium, and she's done this to me twice at least. She will come up and be like, "So for the next time you teach, I was thinking like this would be really great for you to teach like." You know, this other type of group, yeah. And I'm like, can we just celebrate after finish this? Like, she's already on to the next thing before I've even left the podium. And so if any of y'all need an agent, Kristi will be happy to get you speaking engagements.
I know I've said to Jacob a few times, if you, I'm letting Taylor know that if you want, you're really good at a 30-minute sermon on this thing right here. I'm going to be letting her know.
Yeah. I love your heart and how we can have the deepest heart-to-heart conversations, but also crack up and laugh together just as deeply. Skip that part because it's a little personal. I welcome you to the 40s Club. Judging by what God has done in and through you these first 40 years, and especially these last couple of years, I'm so excited for what God has for you and how He will powerfully use you over the next 40 years. Happy 40th birthday, my beautiful friend. And just one funny quote that I wanted to share. So I don't remember what it was about. I'm mad that I don't write down the context now, but I had suggested something to Kristi that maybe would take like a little bit of work. And she literally looked at me and said, "My life is about comfort." And so, I'm pretty sure, I don't know what exactly the card was, but there was her playing a game, and it was like, she got voted that she was like needed the most comfort, was like the most bougie. So she is particular about certain things, you know.
Particular, that's her word.
Not
picky, particular.
Yeah. Acceptable
Also,
version.
funny story. So, Jen, Kristi, and I went on a little trip, and we were on a hike, which Kristi again does not like outdoor exercise. She wants her life to all be about comfort, which is crazy because literally she is so disciplined in going to the gym. But the weird thing is she doesn't want to exercise outside. Exercise is only okay inside because she can watch How to Marry what is it called?
Married at First Sight.
Married at First Sight. Yeah, so she has to be entertained while she's exercising. And if you make her exercise outdoors, you are going to hear about it.
We did Yosemite.
You heard about it.
You're going to hear about it. And then people have already mentioned, but the styrofoam and just general complete neglect, for safety.
Expiration dates mean nothing.
I remember Morgan once said, "Let's all take a moment and pray for Kristi's endocrine system."
Genuinely concerned.
The things that she was putting on her body, we were like, "Oh dear Lord."
Styrofoam and then just eating out of it.
She grew up in a small town. I didn't grow up in a small town.
We don't blame you, Candy. It's not your fault, Miss Candy.
I have done all of those things. I still do all of those things. So.
And you're fine.
Yeah, they laugh about my using things after expiration dates and make fun of me, but.
Well, she can't make fun of you. She does.
I give Kristi all of my expired things.
She's like, "Here, these vitamins expired. Thank you. Here, this. Thank you." No expired milk, okay, guys.
We'll give just a second here, kind of last call. If you have something they want to share, if they want to share now. Otherwise, I think maybe what we'll do is we'll pray for Kristi, And then, because then the last thing was just kind of a fun game. We'll play for just a little bit. So we'll pray for Kristi after that, and then.
And our endocrines.
And then we'll you guys will stack so we play a little game. We'll wrap up.
All right, I have mine. Mine's kind of long. Here, I wrote out another one.
Oh, wow.
It's on page okay? All right, I might tear up. Okay, Kristi, when I reflect on your life, what I notice is your God-sized impact.
Get her tissue.
Sorry.
You can stop.
People cry in this room all the time. I'm telling you right now. So many tears.
I have so many stories about your impact, but I'll share a few. You recently sent me a podcast interview of Jamie Winship. I listened to it, loved it, and shared it with 2 friends. One of those friends loved it so much she shared it with her 3 siblings. They loved it so much they bought his book and they're reading it together. So the reach of so much, but the reach of your impact is just God-sized. One small action of sending that podcast, and now 4 people, 3 of which we don't even know, are studying his book. And God willing that you've changed and taken action for God's glory. And then after I listened to that podcast, I made some immediate changes in my own spiritual walk by being more intentional about listening to the Spirit. I then had the chance to pray with 3 different people over that next week who were either acquaintances or people I had just met, and all 3 seemed deeply touched by the prayers. And I'm just believing the Lord use them to bring Him His glory. So I may not have been in tune with the Spirit in the same way if I hadn't just listened to that podcast that you sent me. So the impact of your actions is deep. At another time, I recently asked your thoughts on what I plan to share with a group of law students to encourage them during law school. And I used the illustration that you gave me later that night, and I could tell it hit home for them. Your impact is far-reaching. That one conversation, and you impacted over 10 students that evening. Because you're learning, growing, and challenging yourself, it led me to challenging myself and sharing with others. That's who you are. You challenge people, you teach people, and you encourage people to pursue truth in Christ. And then, to take it back some years ago, you impacted me in how I related to the Lord in music worship. You used to make me a CD every Christmas of new Christian songs that you loved. And they became the soundtrack of that year of my life. And so many of those are really, sorry, it was very impactful because some of those years are really hard. They were like a lot of my single years. Being in California all alone. And one of them was for one crew. It was like I was just thinking, okay, Lord, I'm waiting. But that was really good. They became the soundtrack every year, and that was really meaningful. And then another one of those songs I used during a devotional time when I was on a mission trip in India. So even then, your love of music and sharing it with me impacted that group thousands of miles away from me. You also introduced me to passion conferences. Hence Francis Chan, Chris Tomlin, and of course Louis Giglio. And I'm sure I don't even understand the depths of how those times of passion shaped my heart during college. It was just such a blessing and so inspiring and encouraging to be in that atmosphere of thousands of college students worshiping the Lord. God has used you and is using you so powerfully. You'll never know the breadth of your impact. Your commitment to Him really furthers the kingdom. Your heart has always been so tender to Him. Your heart is tender and yet so full of passion for people to know truth and walk it out. Your hunger for action is inspiring. Multiple people wrote about how around you they can't be stagnant, that you ignite others by your own passion and commitment to action. I love getting to be a witness to your life. Now for a little bit of the nitty-gritty of our relationship, as it always hasn't been so focused on Christ. We grew up not as much as bosom buddies, but opposites living in the same family connected together by blood. You were into sports, I was into dance. I wore tutus and dresses every day. Because to say we were well into our 20s and 30s for one of those. And I was sitting in the room just going, what's going on here? Where did I fail? That's because we were both passionate and we're right about most things. The fights are hard to end. And during life dates, Kayla even came into the room trying to talk sense into us, but we were staunchly opposed to any outsider's opinion. That's why I didn't go in there. I was just like,
You did your best.
Well, I just went in there and said, shut up! This is ridiculous.
you said, you're acting like 2 5-years-olds or something.
That's right, Kayla.
Yeah, after all those
fights, you were the one that would come and apologize because your heart was tender and you didn't hold on to grudges. I often struggled to move past the fights, but you were very kind in my fleshly response. Your kindness in those moments helped us stay connected even after the hard ones. And I can't let the night go without mentioning our multiple food fights too. The pizza fiasco in Mexico, the anti-pecan sharing, and the great outdoors. We both highly value food. During middle school and high school, I watched you set yourself apart as a Christian. You didn't need to be a part of the party crowd because you knew your identity and were still cool. You enjoyed who you were. You didn't need anyone else to define you because you found your identity in God. You impacted many people that way, not only other teenagers, but the adults watching you, as evidenced by many of the comments that people made in your birthday book. Your impact is lasting. So we've had so many experiences since those years growing up, from great long talks to amazing travel, that I felt like the Lord highlighted one. And we were at Mom's house one Christmas, and we were in our 20s. You were going through a hard time with the Lord, and you heard His voice. And I don't even remember the specifics of the talk, but I just remember playing some worship music from Rock Harbor. And we just sat in the dark and just prayed and prayed together. But I wanted you to hear God's voice, and I wanted you to know intimacy with Him, because at that time, you knew how much He loved you, and I knew how much you loved Him, but there was a disconnect. So we just sat in prayer and worship and tears. My mom was saying too. And I am experiencing you hearing the voice of God in new ways and walking in such intimacy with Him, and it's so beautiful. So it's hard to know how to end this, but I've spent a lot of time reading about you from friends and family as I put this book together, and then looking at your social media and making this slideshow, looking at my photos from childhood, and just recalling funny trivia and fun things about your life. And it's just made me sit in awe of what a cool sister that I have, and what a tremendous blessing I was given to be your sister. You've shaped me in ways I hadn't thought of in years, and you shape others daily, and you do it all with your eyes on the Lord. The author and finisher of your faith, so may He continue to author your story the only way He can, and I can hardly wait to see how it unfolds. Love you.
Notice she did all the work for the party. Not even asked. They knew I was like, huh?
Kelly is a party girl, and Dana and Jen, they do great hard work.
Well, let's take a few minutes and pray for our beloved sister.
I know, dance.
Yeah. Yeah, so people could circle around her and pray, and or stay where you're at. Doesn't matter, no pressure.
Honestly, I'm not reading. Like, what's the rules?
Yeah.
How long is it?
I'm not.
I was.
No, I wasn't. I was. Yeah.
Joy, you want to open us up? And then,
Yes.
you can close and I'll close at the end.
Yeah, sure. I'll start with a song.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
By the way, Joy and I made a CD years ago, and we have one major fan of that CD. And it we hit it.
Don't bring it out. I'm not going to pray for her too.
50th birthday.
Okay, we're just coming out. All right. Well, Lord, we are so thankful for Kristi. God, what a blessing she has been to each one of us, and to just so many people that are not here, Father. We're so grateful for the blessing she has been in our lives and continues to be, Father. We just ask that you would continue to just fill her full, Lord. Lord, we just thank you for the intimacy that she has with you, the season that she is in right now, Lord. Yeah, Lord, she prayed for community and the impact and just all the stuff that she's living right now, Father. She prayed and you answered. So God, we are believing that as Kristi continues in her next 4 years, Lord, and all the trips that she's going to take on the road over there. But Lord, that she will continue to have just such a lasting impact with who you have created her to be. In all her passion, Lord, you created her to have that passion, to critique things and to find holes in things and to mend those things and patch those things. God, you designed her that way, Lord, and we're so grateful for the way that you designed her, Father. Yeah, So God, we just thank you for the 40 years that you blessed us with Kristi, and yeah, pray for many more years of connection with the Lord.
We just thank you for just someone in all of our lives who sees the best that something can be, the best that we can be as individuals, the best that our relationship can be, our friendships, the best that our relationship with you can be, God. Lord, just thank you for that gift. Think about her, even the video from her players, which is funny, Lord, but just as a Coach Kristi makes a lot of sense. It really does. Lord, she just kind of sees how things can best be done to produce the goal. And as you have clearly revealed to her that the ultimate goal is communion with you,
Yes.
she has helped so many of us to grow in that. We just thank you. We just celebrate the gift of who she is in our lives.
Yeah, I just thank you that, that she devoted herself to you at a young age, and that you've been continually pursuing her, and she's been continually finding parts of you and pieces of you, and I thank you that she is just super persistent about connecting with you. I think there's an endurance there that a lot of us struggle with, but I think even just thinking about a picture that kind of came to mind last, one of the letters that I wrote to her about how she really is like the leader of a paper chain, and she just grabs hands with people and just carries them along, and even if we're all dragging our feet, she's still carrying the weight sometimes. And so I just thank you that you've given her this strong endurance and this significant knowledge and understanding that she is yours. And that she is so unwavered by her identity in you that it actually is attractive to us and to the people around her. I think that's the fire that seems to be a flame all the time, is just her just strong knowing who you are and that she's called to yours, and then everything else flows from that. And I just thank you. The words that keep coming to mind is she's significant and she's timely and refining and etching out and letting your life flow, your river flow through her. And it's almost like an ease that is just so to the rhythm of her heart and to the rhythm of her feet. And thank you that, that she's walking in your ways, and that we get to walk alongside her and get to celebrate her. And 40 is a significant year, but I feel like every year for Kristi feels significant and important. And so I thank you for putting deep roots within her heart in a way that she knows who you are and she knows how to be fruitful. And just the other day I was thinking how nourished the ground is that she's in, that she's actually just producing fruit, and it just feels good, and it feels like an ease that's only what you can produce through her. So I just pray with this year ahead that you would continue to just give her that gliding step with you, that she would just be able to feel your presence in a way that feels familiar and normal, and that it just fans the flame. Would you help us to fan her flame? Help us to be a community that is supporting her and around her and holding her up and celebrating her the way that she does for us. And I thank you that if anything, she will always be singing a song about you, and she will always be narrating the story of a good God after her heart, and a God that she loves and knows intimately and wants to share with others ultimately. So thank you for her life. Thank you that you have Church of Florida.
Yeah, Jesus, thank you also for giving Kristi the strength to surrender her love of cold weather. Thank you. Just genuinely the Lord, like there's there's something about the fierceness of friendship that she pursues with you and that she creates with us that is just so reflective of your heart. And so, God, thank you for grabbing her heart in a way that's been contagious for all of us. God, thank you for her single-hearted and single-minded pursuit. God, thank you for the ways that, for all that she knows about you, God, it's never stuck in her head, but it creates fire in her heart. And Lord, we just thank you for the ways that kind of strong conviction isn't at the cost of a soft heart, and the way that as she just stays surrendered to you, Lord, both of those things lead into us. And so there's something really beautiful, God, about getting to experience your friendship through the friendship that she creates with me and with so many of us here. And so just thank you. And God, I just think about the verse that says that your eyes range through the earth looking for someone whose heart is fully devoted to you to strengthen. And Lord, we just here are coming together and saying, Lord, and Kristi's heart is so all yours. And we ask this next decade of her life, as she's being so prayerfully intentional with it, God, that you would just strengthen her heart. God, that you would strengthen her feet, that you would surprise her, that you would fill her, that you would amaze her with the friendship in you and how much that she hasn't experienced yet. God, the ways that she loves to travel, that she would just use you. And thank you for the ways that she's full of drive and passion and also full of a commitment to rest in you. And God, with this next decade, just be full of both of those, deep, deep rest in you, and also a deep passion to seek you. And Lord, would you just hold Kristi and help us walk with her and be the kind of friends that she's been for us.
God, thank you. Thank you for making Kristi. What a testimony to your craftsmanship that we are at her birthday party talking about what a gift she is to us. You made her exactly the way that she was supposed to be so that she could touch the people she was supposed to touch and do the things that you made her to do. And she lives into that. She seeks it, she looks for it, and she lets that define her. And the awesome part of that is we all get to see you shine through her and be changed and pushed and challenged by it in a way that leaves us all better than when she found us.
Thank you so much for this moment that we get to be here and celebrate Kristi. And I just thank you for the impact she's made on my life and so many here at this church, God, in just the short time she's been here. And I feel like, I'm forever changed. And the way she just has that deep conviction and deep passion for you, Lord, but balanced with love and grace. It's just, I don't know anyone who friends that I have who, so far, who have that same balance. It's something that draws me to her, and I believe it's because it's a character here, God, that I'm going to. So thank you for just putting that on display through her and letting her live into that. And I just pray that you would continue this year, God, and throughout this whole next decade, just to be reminding her and surprising her and in ways that she couldn't dream or imagine, Lord, of gifts you have for her these coming years, God. And also a reminder for her that you are still the rock, God. You see her that that's where you've met her, where she met you through a lot of the suffering when she was younger, God. And I pray that that foundation of her life, I'm just having this picture of beautiful flowers just popping up and growing in that soil, soil that was tended to. And just like Jesus, we're so grateful that you gave us Kristi.
God, I just thank you for the fire that you have put inside of Kristi. Fire is just like the word that coming back to the concept, coming back to
both of you want to use that word ignite and burn, and but I just feel like you just put such a fire in there. Thank you, God, for the way that you have directed that fire towards you, the way that fire that burns with your presence. I feel like Kristi has been more like almost like the people who are cold and they see a fire that's going and they want to get close to it because they want to get warm. I feel like Lord, that has been a testimony in my life. I feel like I've gotten in moments that I feel like I've longed for more of your presence, longed for more of your passion, God, longed for more of your vision and your dream. Lord, I've sensed that fire burning deeper and deeper, and I just thank you for the gift that it has been to draw near to her and draw near to you as a result. I just pray over this season of her life, Lord, that she would burn with passion and sustainability that she's never experienced before. And about how fires that can last a long time, you have to have good logs and some good formation before that. And I just feel like you spent so many years really forming her to be the kind of person who can burn for a long time. And I feel like that might be part of what you're doing in this next season, Lord, is just setting her ablaze in new ways and feeding her fire and watching her burn. So I do just pray that you would use each of us just to fan the flame of what you're doing in her life, Lord. And we just thank you for giving us the opportunity to draw near to its burden and to let that catch a fire in us.
It's actually just thinking me that kept coming in my mind is candlelight services at church. Just go to, there's always that one person that goes around lighting those candles that enables them to continue lighting those candles. And it's just the best thing that you've been for the man and community church. So we're just so grateful for being the recipients of the fire that you placed in us. Just pray that this next year that your blessing, with one third, just deeper levels of intimacy with you, Lord. Just pray the desire for the blessings that we receive from this be poured back into her life. Just pray that she can experience that.
Thank you for my sister. That I probably would not have known if we had not been in the same family. Thank you for being our dad and our father, and meeting us all of our days. You've been so good to us, and God, thank you for Kristi's journey over these 40 years, God. It has had a lot of questions and a lot of hard times, and now just getting to be in this season of been times that were dry. It's a hard thing to do for so many years. So I'm just very thankful for that you kept her and held her. Pray, Lord, that you just continue to pour your spirit into her. Everyone else has said to just fan her flame. God, that she would be able to continue running the race, continue lighting up people's fires, lighting up candles for her. I'm just thankful for the way that you used her in their lives. And Lord, I thank you for Kristi. Thank you for her continued pursuit of you and her all particular ways that you move forward that are fun and funny. And I thank you that she's so such a good sport about things. Lord, that she's always trying to just laugh and joke and be able to also be serious. And thank you that she has both sides of that coin in ways that are really fun and life-giving. Lord, I just pray your blessings on her as she enters this new decade. God, that you will just use her in powerful ways. It's abundantly clear you've already used her in powerful ways. And I just pray you continue to do so in new ways that are exciting, and that she can see the fruit, Lord, the here and now, and that it will be just continually shaping her in ways that bring you more glory and just bring her closer to you. And I just pray that you just continue to guide her faithfully in each day, that as she gets up, that there will just be anticipation for what you have, and that she will just continue to walk boldly into every situation, whether that's faithfulness in the daily study and teaching, whether that's right now to be able to talk to them about you and pray for them, or that she will just continue to be faithful to you, that she will hear your voice, and that it will be so clear that the Holy Spirit will just move her into action each day, and that she will just have so many ways to tell people about how real you are and how you do care about every moment of our lives, and that you are invested in us as we point others towards you, towards the cross, and expanding your kingdom. I just pray your blessings over her and your life, God. Let her shine through.
Lord, I thank you for giving me the privilege to be her mom. And I'm so thankful, God, that you knew who I was when you gave her to me. And you knew where I would fail. And you knew all the places you were going to have to fill in. And you have done that so beautifully. I thank you once again for every person that's here, especially the people here. I know, Father, that many people have poured into her over the years. All of it has been a part of the seeds being sown, the seeds being watered. But these people here have given her the place to grow in a way that I've never seen before for her. And I'm thankful for that. And Father, as I think about her dad, and that he always had the desire to retire early. He loved his business and he loved to work, but he wanted to retire early and serve you full time. And I don't know what that would have looked like because we never talked about it that much because the timing wasn't then. But Father, I see now that I think you're going to show us what it would have looked like. And I'm thankful, God, for what I see of him in her. That is just over these last, especially this last year or two, here at Emmaus and in the church here. The ways that she's grown and the ways that she is becoming even more like him. And I have often during these last couple of years just thought, God, what are you going to do? What is the plan? I just can't imagine what it's going to be. And I still don't. But I'm thankful that you give me the privilege of being her mom and being on the front row to watch it unfold. And I know that her dad is so proud of her. And I know, Father, that she will carry on in a way that he couldn't have because times were different. But I just can't wait to see it. And I thank you for it. And I thank you again for all of these people here in this wonderful time to celebrate her tonight. And we ask all the blessings that have been spoken over her in the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Amen.
Right.
Big group of
Yeah, do some stuff. Jen did prepare a wonderful little game. So I know we have to be okay. What?
It's
Yes, it is. So while you grab snacks, also grab a picture. You'll need a Coach Kristi and a Coach Kristi. Anyone want to
There's gotta be a Coach Kristi. It's fun. It's a happy face and a what? That's hilarious. 5 minutes.
Coach Kristi and Coach Kristi. That's something.
Yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
I need to too. We're gonna need a plan. I need a copy of it.
You can't copy of it.
Yes, for sure.
Careful.
Give him $1,000 back.
You're fine. Toya, like, literally was leaned over with backside there.
Oh gosh.
I didn't think about that.
It makes me think.
The whole time we were praying, right there is me. Just swaying.
It's fine, I was too.
I don't know why.
Yep, alright, so. Kristi, we need your help.
Yeah, I got it.
I need one.
Yep.
One of each?
Jacob, you guys
Okay.
Is this like a sit down thing?
I think, yeah, be somewhere where you can see where Kristi's at.
Yeah, that's
You gotta be able to kind of, well, I mean, whenever Kristi can stop talking and having heartfelt conversations.
Sarah's doing hers.
Jen, what do you think? Should I go with the,
William Love. That's what the Spirit says about Kristi. William Love. Yeah.
all right, so we got a little true or false. So you got your phone out? I sent these to you too.
Yeah, sure.
We can go back and forth.
Which one's true?
All right, so here's the thing. We got Cool Kristi and Coach Kristi, all right? Cool Kristi is true. Coach Kristi is false, all right? That's how we're going to do it?
She's so frustrated.
All right, so we got some true or false. So what we're going to do is, Kristi, you don't tell us the answer.
Okay.
All right, I'll read it. You put up whether you think it's true or false, and then Kristi will reveal the correct answer. So,
Do you want to use my phone? Your phone's off then.
I think we're all right. We can take turns asking if you want. All right, number one.
Yes.
Kristi prefers to watch football over basketball. True or false? True or false? I can't show my answer. We got some truths out here. Truths. Truths. All true. All true, Kristi?
That is true.
That is true. All right.
Football over basketball, that's true.
Question number two. Kristi prefers sunrise over sunset. True or false?
Illegal sunrise.
Yeah, no, she posts pictures of it.
Okay.
All right,
That
Kristi.
is also true.
That is true. That is true. All right. Next one. What, did you see it? You got it? Kristi's favorite book to teach in the Bible is Deuteronomy. True or false? Favorite book to teach is Deuteronomy. True or false?
Okay, I would say false. I feel like
Come on.
really well.
Put up your answer.
We got the
Speed game. Kristi?
What do you think it is, Dina?
It's Acts.
Oh, you know the answer.
It's Acts.
All right, keep track if anybody gets them all right.
Okay. Next one.
Yep.
Kristi prefers pie over cookies.
True or false?
Pie over cookies.
No, we haven't.
There's no pie at her party.
That's right. False. She does not. She's a cookie girl. Y'all know that.
No,
I
huh?
know that. Kristi's first instrument was a piano.
True or false? There was a clue earlier.
I'm gonna follow you for all that
Hello.
Oh, you're here.
Tanya, come on. Okay.
I was like, I don't know the answer to this one.
It is true.
It's true.
There was a
Her
picture
first
of the end.
instrument.
It was
Go ahead.
All right. Kristi's first mission trip was to Belgium. True or false? I mean, I don't know how anybody would know that one, other than y'all. Other than y'all. Everybody just look at Kayla and just.
Or Chicago. Sam. I don't think that one counts, but
No, it doesn't count.
that is true. It was.
It's true. It's true.
Next one.
Oh, Kristi's favorite national park so far has been Grand Canyon.
True or false?
True or false? Grand Canyon.
Wow. Unanimously.
Okay, so that is absolutely false. She went at age 13 years old and wasn't impressed with the big hole in the ground.
I think after we saw it like 4 times, I was like, "Is this all we're doing?" Now I would like drive around for hours.
And now we're like, oh, look, oh, this beautiful place. We used to sit in the car with her Walkman.
I'm pretty sure that's all
She was like, what?
Oh, Walkman. Yeah.
way back.
All right. Kristi prefers hiking over biking. True or
Hiking
false?
over biking. Y'all know this.
I'm not sure about
She
this answer.
prefers
to be
hiking
honest.
over
She
biking.
bikes in the gym.
Right, I was going to say, she
Hiking over biking.
Different context, you know.
True or
All
false?
of them slow.
Electric bike all day long. Electric.
It is
All
false.
right, so it's false. She
False.
prefers biking. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Try go hiking outside with her and you let me know.
Okay.
What'd you say?
Good.
Kristi,
That's true. Biking.
Kristi's favorite donut is jelly filled.
True or false?
Oh, I hope
You hope not.
Okay, I see quite a
We
few
got couple
false.
true.
We
I got
got
couple
one
true.
true.
One, two.
Okay, it is absolutely false. She loves apple fritters or icing filled.
Icing like cream filled or custard?
Cream, not custard.
Custard is way better.
I agree on the custard.
All right, next one. Kristi. Oh, Kristi had someone prophesy over her during high school that she would be a missionary. True or false?
She cast it out. didn't you?
I mean, that's how charismatic. Kristi, you heard about the Assemblies of God.
I don't
baby.
even
You know she gets prophesy over.
And so when she told me she wanted to go to college and study missions, and I guess I was like, well, what, blah, blah, blah. She said, you're just trying to keep me from my college.
That sounds exactly like Kristi right there. That's
And that
awesome.
was a bunch of waste of money for that degree, I will admit.
Yeah, I'm a missionary now.
All right, just a couple more. Kristi started driving alone at 14. True or false? That is reckless.
Somehow I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah, everyone.
I wouldn't say 10, but
I'm pretty sure that's true. I was going to say younger.
According to this, it's technically false.
You were 15.
You were 15.
I got my driver's license at 15.
So you could
Yeah,
drive
I'm
alone.
driving alone at
How in the world does
Well,
that
let's
work?
do this one.
It
Let's
was
do
a
this one.
hard
All right,
Kristi has written an original worship song.
True or false?
is it with Jen?
True? True? Wow!
Oh,
It's true.
let's listen.
Right.
Oh wait, hold on, hold on.
What is this? I don't know what that is, but that ain't for everybody.
Airdrop that to everybody, please.
Airdrop that.
Yes. That's amazing. All right, just a couple
Oh
more.
no, it has to be this one.
Which
It
one?
has to be that one.
All right, true or false? Kristi has never run out of gas.
Oh,
True or false?
I'm going to say.
False, 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 false. What do we-
Nobody in here trusts me. What?
Kristi?
I feel like Kristi's the I know my car.
I know. That doesn't push it a little bit.
It did happen to me last year, actually, for the first time.
Oh, wow. Here?
Yeah, here in Florida.
Show enough.
I think, did you have
Why did you tell us about that? I've been trying to make fun of it. Man, honestly.
I was like on the like bridge thingy to Redbud.
All right, last of the true or false questions right
I
here.
think you should just go on the would you rather.
When Kristi was in high school, she started a prayer ministry at her school. True or false? I mean, come on.
Of course you did.
Oh, Kristi doesn't start prayer ministries. Everyone should know. That's true for sure. All right, now we're gonna switch over to some would you rather's. Some would you rather's. All right, we'll try to.
Kristi's just for you.
Yes.
Yeah, these are pretty.
So Kristi's gonna
Okay,
answer.
okay.
Yeah, would you rather's.
But you have to
and-
get your paper.
Okay.
All right. So the first one will be Cool Kristi.
Okay.
The other one will be Coach Kristi. All right. So Toya, you want to go first?
Oh, I'm gonna start at the top.
Okay, go for it.
Would you rather be stuck on an island alone for 1 year
Oh no.
or lost in the deep, deep woods with barely any sunlight?
Oh, definitely want to be stuck in the woods with no sunlight. Yeah, that's it.
It's not going to be hot in there.
I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone.
What?
All right, here's a couple. Okay, I got a couple more here. Would you rather teach Song of Songs or be the lead singer in a band for a show?
That's rough.
For those who don't know, Kristi hates
No use
the book Song of Songs.
That
I
is
hate
for
it.
sure.
I've taught it for 3 years, and she's still. I hate this book. Right after the lecture. There's no work.
I'll be in a band.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Is deep.
It is.
Sorry, we're taking over from that list.
Do I have to start at the top of?
No, anyway.
Be colorblind means lack of color, or lose all sense of taste and smell.
Oh, we'll have to be colorblind for sure. Gotta have taste.
Yeah. All right, so
I think you should go to the bottom.
yeah, Kristi's favorite show when she was younger, one of the true or false was, is it Full House? No, it's not. It's Saved by the Bell. So speaking of Saved by the Bell, Zach or AC? Zach or Slater? Or Screech?
How dare you?
Okay, let's just talk about who's more handsome now. That would be
No,
Slater.
no.
No.
As a kid watching it, Zach or Slater?
Back in
Don't
the
think
day,
about
I guess we'll go Zach. And you
Okay, okay.
I guess I would have. Look at him now.
Oh, I think you should do this as the last one.
All right, you do another
Okay, give up rooting for Alabama, or give up. Wait, are you seriously?
one. Go ahead.
Cookies.
Or give up cookies. Oh, that's
Mm-mm.
I was gonna say give up rooting for Alabama, or give up three friends of your choosing. That's
Three friends of your choice, you have to give them up, or you give up rooting for Alabama. Which one? You gotta choose.
I'll give up really cheering for Alabama. Okay.
Wow.
I just.
She's just
Raise your hand if you think that's true. I don't think that's true or false. True or false, Kristi would do that. Yeah, that's false. That's false. I don't think that's
This is also everyone. This is a birthday card for you.
excellent.
My quote note is Kristi today.
Okay, last one.
No. We got a couple more. We're getting close. All right, The Bachelor or Married at First Sight? Bachelor, Married at First Sight. Which one?
That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All
Do
right.
this one. We're about to do the last
Oh
one.
my gosh.
No, we got two left. So last two. We have to. All right, last two. Would you rather have the only way you can travel is in the backseat of a car driven 10 miles per hour below the speed limit, or be 15 minutes late to every commitment for the rest of your life?
Oh wow.
How long is she stuck in the car?
Everywhere she goes, the rest of her life, she's in the backseat of a car going 10 miles under the speed
She's
limit,
gonna be 15 minutes.
or you're 15 minutes late for everything the rest of your life.
It's the same thing.
I can't choose that either.
You have to choose
See
one.
my friends over Alabama.
You have to choose one.
Have to choose.
Yeah, neutral isn't an option.
No,
Yeah, there's no
Choose
neutral
one,
in that
Chrissy.
paper.
I made this enough.
I guess
knew
I
that.
share slow down in life. I'm at 40 now.
Okay, so you're taking this slow.
I'll take
Okay,
it
all
slow.
right. Hey, who wants to be the person driving the car 10 miles an hour? Not me. I couldn't handle it. All right, I think this will be the last one.
Please, can we do last one?
All right, would you rather give up sports on TV or give up desserts?
Lord knows this 40-year-old body needs to give up desserts. They need to go.
Okay, cool.
All right.
What's the last one?
We'll stop with that. For now.
There were so many.
There
I
are.
wrote some of those.
I honestly don't know about the Alabama thing though.
You think I give up?
I think you would give up 3 people that like think of you as a friend. But you're like, I'm taking my leave. I got so many people. I'll just drop those 3 people.
Just some people from back.
The next Alabama game, Sarah's gonna be waiting on her phone to make sure you text her. Let it be clear, you don't have to follow through on any of these things. All right, but yeah, Jen. Thank you, Jen.
Yeah.
And thank you to all those who put this together. Put together all this.
Yeah, this is souvenir I give everyone.
Chrissy, do you have a speech?
Thank you. No, for real, thank you guys for being here. And it's kind of already been said and prayed, but genuinely, the people in this room have changed my life. The things that I've longed for, that I prayed for, in ways that I really do feel like, I don't think of my life as like a whole struggle or anything like that, but compared to this season, this season has just been so life-giving, and I just feel like so much of that is because of you guys, and I'm super, super thankful. And super thankful for my family for coming all the way here, and for you guys, I'm kind of simple, low-key, I'm like, let's just have a few people together, whatever, and you guys just went above and beyond, so thank you for that. This was fun for me to laugh
and get to do this with you guys. So I really, really appreciate it. And yeah, maybe we'll do it again at 50.
Yeah.
We have to clear like the full length of that song at 50.
No, we all love to get that song.
Yeah, Kristi's gonna sing hers, and she's gonna be the lead singer of the band. That's true. We learned that today. Yeah.
No, she teaches some songs.
For sure. She would quit. I think she should have one of these and she can put on her computer, so y'all will know.
Yeah, what
moves is it? Yeah, I like. We like this Kristi at work sometimes. Oh no.
Okay, I'll just carry it around.
This is absolute Kristi mid-lecture though. She does that in the middle of lecture. You know, oh, it's on now.
She is.
But you're a lot better at keeping markers in your hand now, apparently.
Well, I don't use them much here, so that's the main thing. Is I don't really hold them very much anymore.
It's a free call now, no longer.
Yeah, the last thing is I got you a bottle of champagne to pop. So
Okay.
That's awesome.
Is that why I like
You gotta do it by your hand.
Is it confetti or glitter?
It's confetti.
Yeah, I'm gonna have one of those.
Since you have some like
Okay, that's enough. Something's good. Eyeball knocked out.
Got my glasses on.
You got this.
Okay.
I was told this is corn, and then but then I also had phobia that it's not corn.
It's corn.
I'm not videoing.
Right now, I'm currently on Instagram.
I love pumpkin corn.
Chex Mix is a gluten-free.
Okay. It's probably not gonna.
You're recording. Everyone. Wait. You got it ready.
Wow.
Yeah, this is twist this part of the bottom.
Oh, the bottom.
Yeah, she did it up.
Wait.
Wait, better not
One,
get
two,
it.
three.
Well, that
That's cute. That's funny.
Jog.
I thought it was gonna. Oh, yeah. What are you eating? That's awesome. I love it.
There's some wheat.
That's what I got scared of.
It's puppy chow.
Milk, and I'm like, you made me nervous.
It's gluten free. Wait, I love puppy chow.
Let's do girlfriend. We're gonna do this one. Oh look.
I have not.
Yeah, take food if you want to take food.
I have
We have
not.
some.
Keep it real, Mo Pam Pam.
I've seen my father before this week. Now I've seen my husband do something gross wrong about that. He's gonna start work next week, so that'll change. Well, he thinks.
Yeah, they had.
Where are you working?
He's gonna sub in a bunch of different schools and try to network and build up that way.
Where?
But he's dropping the kids off at school on Monday and walking in. This is my father's level of confidence. He's like, yeah, I'm just gonna drop the kids off, walk them in, and hand them my resume, and say, send me to a classroom. Okie dokie, George.
Wow.
Aren't these?
Sorry.
I'm trying to
My husband has both Mondays off, so I'm planning to be in class.
No, only gluten free Oreos are gluten free.
I know, I thought he was so bad. She
Sorry.
Did you have the Oreos now?
Alright, I'm taking off of these. I'm still missing the Thursday. That is.
I'm sorry, Caleb.
The gluten free Oreos are gluten free.
Thanks to Blue Howard.
Take care. I don't know. Just gotta be sure, you know.
Smile at your thing. Ready? Okay, one more.
The Marsh ladies are
Ready?
kind of a powerhouse.
Ready? Okay, don't blink.
They're kind of spiritual titans.
Spiritual titans.
Uh-huh.
Every time I get on
Huh?
Okay, let's go. One,
There you
two, three. Every time I hit the foot.
Okay, no, we look at one with your eyes open.
Yeah, I did. Don't worry, I got it. Did anyone have one?
Yeah.
I'm blushing.
Oh yeah.
When you go back to life.
One more.
One more. Hey, everybody. I gotta go home.
Bye, Morgan.
No, they're good.
Oh, wait.
They're good. That's okay. Thank you. Hurry up.
Wow, I feel so
Yes, I'm like,
Y'all need to take a picture since your wedding, you know? We got one. We got one.
We got a few. Yeah, we got that amazing one.
I know.
Oh, right, you
Seriously, that's
the whole year, exactly.
I know.
I can bring it down for you.
Maybe in here though.
You think?
I don't think so.
Hey, actually, would you help me carry this couch over real quick?
Well, wait.
Oh, do we need to turn this camera off too? Or? And the stream.
Oh, one, at least one of them didn't go out. Wait, is one of them still full?
There's three.